Michigan Freedom Diggers. Jim coming at you again. I've been working on doing electrolysis on this buckle that I dug, as I showed you a couple videos ago. This video, I promise, will be a lot less shaky than my last one. That was nearly a disaster. If you watched it, I apologize. So I'm going to show you the progress that we've got thus far. Pull it out of the water here and lay her down on the bench. Looks like a good deal of the rust is gone. We've almost got the tang fully exposed on this now, so it's coming along quite well. Yeah, it's looking good. I had to change up my setup just a little bit. I found that the process was nearly stopping from time to time. The anodes were getting really crusty and dirty, so I had to take them out and clean them. Well, with them wired to the bucket with this copper running through, it was a pain in the neck. So I started using clamps and just kind of clamping them in there. And I kind of centered them all around in one spot to kind of concentrate it, and I kept the relic closer to them, and I noticed that I had better results. I also switched to distilled water. The water around here has a lot of minerals in it, and I read up that that can sometimes interfere with the electrolysis process. So once I switched to distilled water, and of course added in my washing soda to it, I saw a lot more activity when I plugged in the battery charger. I mean, that thing started to sizzle like right away. But I can show you just how dirty these anodes get during the process. I mean, this one's not too bad, but they get much worse than this, and it will start to impede the process somewhat, at least from what I've noticed. So I've been taking them out from time to time and just kind of cleaning them up with a piece of 80 grit sandpaper and running a file over them, and it seemed to help a lot to speed things back up. But this is a bigger version of what I'm cleaning. This one, of course, is missing the tang on it, but this is a bigger version, and it's a nice piece. I was really excited to get one with the tang still on it. And from what I've been told, these are buckles that were used to hold a saddle on a horse. If anybody knows for sure different, drop a comment and let me know. So good thing to do in the off season. Clean your relics and stuff, sort them out. And I'm going to talk a little bit about iron relics. You know, a lot of people that metal detect, they'll ignore overload signals on their metal detector, and they'll ignore iron hits. Well, you know, there's a lot to be said for that. A lot of guys are strictly coin shooters. I was when I started, but you know, I kind of got into that dig it all mode, and I have found some interesting things. And if you're not digging the iron hits, well, you're missing them. And I got this real nice splitting wedge, and these, I think I showed you the last electrolysis video I made. These are dampers for a heating stove. You know, and that's Griswold. They make cast iron skillets. So once this cleans up, you know, that'll be a neat wall hanger relic. It's kind of, you know, it's a keeper. Now this, of course, was found in a river, but you know, horseshoes often exist in the ground, and you know, they can be cool wall hangers. I got one up here with my license plates that I got going across the top of the garage rafter here, and some of these license plates were dug too. These were overload hits. You know, here's a Michigan one with the sticker still on it that says farm. This was in a schoolyard, and sure enough, I looked at historic aerials, and the place was a farm at one time. So you can learn a lot about the site you're working at and find some really cool stuff if you dig those iron hits. Got hammerhead here and some miscellaneous tools. This is a ski binding and some others, and a water pump off of a 2009 Trailblazer. Oh, wait a minute. What the heck's that doing in there? That's aluminum. That I'm going to take that to the scrapyard. Never mind that. I'm going to show you my best iron relic to date. And people would skip this. A lot of guys would that were coin shooters. This baby is a bearded axe head. And came out of the ground, and it was a hard hit. It was about a foot deep. And, it rang up like coin range would, which is common with rusty iron. But it was like it pinpointed as something very large. And of course, as I dug, the machine, when I pinpointed with my detector, it said it was relatively shallow. Well, as I got deeper and deeper, I realized, this is something big. A lot of guys would have filled the hole in and walked. I didn't. And I'm glad I didn't. I ended up finding out more about this from a Facebook page called Axe Junkies. These guys live and breathe axes. And found out this is hand forged. And this probably came over from Germany. And these were widely used by the Amish in making barns. And it's a pretty cool piece. So I did electrolysis on this. This was the first thing I ever did electrolysis on. Came out good. It's got a lot of pits in it, but the guys on the Axe Junkies page said that some of these pits are not rust. They're actually forge marks. So that's a cool relic right there. Someday I'm going to get a handle put on this. So don't discount those iron hits. There's a particular guy in my Facebook group, Michigan Freedom Diggers Metal Detecting. His name is Matthew Shearer, and I gave him the nickname Iron Matt because he gets on those iron relics, and he's gotten quite the assortment of them and lots of cool stuff. So keep digging, guys, as long as you can. There's lots of stuff out there still to be found, and hopefully there's a number of decent weather days left to get out there and do it. Keep watching the videos and check out our Facebook group, Michigan Freedom Diggers Metal Detecting. And if you got some time, take a peek at the History Seekers YouTube channel as well. Heath Jones has a lot of great videos up there. Oh yeah, and I also got this cowbell. This was an overload signal. Fairly shallow, but that's kind of neat. I'm gonna clean this sucker up and hang it up outside. All right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed your Thanksgiving dinner if you haven't had it already. And mine's Saturday. I took a break and came out here to show you guys what I had going on with this electrolysis. I'm in the middle of prepping the side dishes and whatnot. And I'm going to go back in and keep working on that. Thanks for watching, guys. And remember, no permits needed.